Jim Neighbors got married, did he?
82 to his 64-year-old lover.
He's got a little chippy.
What's that?
Golly! Chippy.
Jim Neighbors got married in the middle of the night or something.
Did he?
Yeah, it's in the paper today.
Good for him.
Oh, man.
Gomer Pyle himself.
I wonder if his boyfriend turns him on by saying, "Eat my cum, Pyle."
Pile!
Yeah.
Private Pile!
Why aren't you sucking Private Pyle's nuts out? He fucking Jim Neighbors is sucking his cock. Well, you finally found something you do well.
Oh my God! What he did?
Yeah, good for Gomer.
Yes, good for him, man.
That gay lifestyle is for the young.
What other show was he in? He had a few of them.
He was in Mayberry.
He was in Mayberry.
Andy Griffith's show. He was
That's
in. He was in Gomer Pyle.
And then there was that other thing he did.
Then he was
on that thing where he was.
And he'd be on shows though. He'd be on like variety shows, and he'd be like,
a singer.
"I'm gonna sing a song that I like." In a style of singing that I like to sing in. And everybody laughs and it goes, ding, ding, ding. Oh, my papa. Oh, my golly. Oh, my. He sings like opera.
Can we get "Oh My Papa," Sam?
You nailed it.
Is it "Oh, my papa"? Does he do that one? E-Rock comment?
Shouldn't we have some of this shit
Comment,
in front of
E-Rock?
us before the show starts?
Get some Jim Neighbors.
If fucking Jim Neighbors is getting married or got married, we should have some Jim Neighbors shit in front of us.
Didn't Jim Neighbors have a liver transplant too, like fucking years ago?
Really?
He's still cranking?
Nice.
I think he did. What does he sing? What is
Tomorrow
that
Never Comes?
fucking guy? Oh, yeah, but my boyfriend does. All over my face.
I think they enjoy that at the old age home. I hear that type of music coming out of rooms.
Please feed my puppy and bring me some broth and a clean robe.
You don't think your father would enjoy him?
Oh, no.
No?
Son of a bitch. That pissy-eyed fruit. Yeah. Like, playing a Marine, that's a goddamn disgrace. That's what he'd be. Oh, Gomer Pyle my ass. Pile driving cock in his ass, Anthony. Don't you end up like him. Jesus Christ. Oh, God, my pop was a treat.
Oh, if he only knew.
He left it all on the table, huh?
I swear, if I even had an inkling towards cock, I could have really fucked him over good.
If?
All right, here we go. We got this radio show, and this is what they did. This is what they did.
Get on the show.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
I'll text your text.
By the way, the first observation, another radio guy with the radio voice.
Yeah.
Why can't these guys talk
Hello?
like they usually...
Turd.
It's all
turd.
that
We got a
same
tard
shit.
turd. Turd a tard. Tard turd.
Did we get a turd update, E-Rock? We want to make sure turd's okay.
We keep looking for him.
Now that
There's no
Mancow
trace.
has decided to go, quote, legit and do political talk.
Yes.
We want to make sure turd's all right.
Turd.
Amber card, please. Can I Amber card?
You what?
Okay, I try to get some baker. I talk to
You
Can
what?
Amber.
You what? The who? The where?
Oh, no.
I talk to Can Amber card.
You what?
Okay.
This Roland?
I talk to your daughter. Can Amber card?
I don't want to come across. Obviously, you have some sort of a speech impediment.
No. That's my voice.
What?
That's my voice.
It's your voice.
Yes.
Well, I'm just saying, don't get angry. It's obviously I can't.
I'm not angry.
Okay.
I'm not angry. I'm not.
He doesn't know
To
yet.
my friend.
Are you from this country?
I live Strasbourg.
You what?
I live Strasbourg.
You live in Strasbourg.
Yes.
Okay. And speak slowly. What would you like?
I'm talking to Kelly Amber Card.
Boy, I'm having a real rough time here.
Yeah, trust him.
Okay, what now?
Hold on. I'm going to
Huh?
get him now.
What?
Oh, boy.
No, man. I'm going to talk to Kelly Amber Card.
You want to talk to somebody?
Kellyanne.
Yes.
Who do you want to talk to?
I'm talking to Kelly Amber Card.
Brooker. Something like
No, man.
I can't. I listen. I can't understand you. Again, I can't be the first person to have told you that it's tough to understand you.
All right. No, man.
All right.
I'll see you later, okay?
Say it
All
real
right.
slowly.
No, man. No, man.
No, say it real slowly. I'm going to try to figure this out. It's a little game.
Okay.
All right. You want to talk to? Do you know you called? Pardon me. Do you know you called a radio station?
No.
Oh yes, you called a radio station.
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, yes. Well, now you know you called a radio station.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you
Sorry
did.
about
Yes, you did.
that.
Yes, you
I
did. Yes, you're talking to Mo. Do you know who Mo is?
No.
You don't know who Mo is.
his first name's
No.
Ho.
Okay. So I can laugh at you, and you won't know who to call and say you're offended. Very good.
All right, here we go. We know this shit.
Okay.
I thought the guy would be fired so far. He's not gonna get fired. He's just a dope.
He's a dope, but
He's a dope that couldn't make anything out of that. He desperately wanted to make something out of it, and
Yeah.
he felt horribly flat.
But she never said that she had Down. And how does anyone?
I don't know.
Did
It's-
someone listen to this and hear how she was speaking and think, oh,
Yeah.
that girl has Down?
And he was barely making fun of her.
Yeah,
he didn't
that
know
was
what
fine.
the fuck to do. This guy.
He didn't know if it was a prank or if it was real.
He wanted to do something, but he just didn't have. He just didn't have it.
The skill set.
I want to say that
You can.
he didn't have the skill set.
Is that the entire call?
That's pretty much it. I read the transcript.
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
That's it.
So
Pretty
what the
much.
fuck is the problem?
I don't know. It's
And
just-
who ratted him out that was a girl with Down syndrome?
And
They came in and she was crying, I think, and eating the phone. I'm like, what's wrong?
Oh,
well,
Yes, I'm a comedian and I did a retarded joke. Sorry.
I know you did.
here's the news story. Here's the news story. Let's try to figure this shit out.
You know the saying, there's no such thing as bad publicity? Well, I'm not sure that's true. Just ask a local radio station.
Oh, boy.
DJs make...
I get the cringies
Oh,
when I
shit.
hear that because I'm waiting to hear my name.
And the news, they're just a bunch of cunts.
Yes.
I hate that local radio station, local radio host. You know who they are. Just fucking say it.
A local radio show. A local radio about how
Like
about
like
our
your-
news agency edited tape
Right,
to
right.
make it sound to fit our agenda.
Right.
Yeah.
What
But
they're
that's-
basically trying to say is we're better than the local radio
Yeah.
station. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You suck.
DJs made fun of a woman with Down syndrome, and now they
Syndrome?
are hearing it from all over the country and hiding behind their lawyers. Paul Orlando.
Oh, fuck
Hiding
you.
behind their lawyers.
Get this broad on the phone.
Oh man.
They were barely. They
That wasn't making fun of anyone with Down syndrome. That was the DJ, like you said, trying to make something of the fact that he couldn't understand the girl. I don't even think he knew why he couldn't understand her. He said, "Are you from this country?
Right.
Do you have a speech impediment?"
Right.
Like that. he was trying to make something of it, but he wasn't. That was anything but making fun of Down syndrome.
Right. I completely agree with you. We get people like that calling us from time to time. They have a weird.
Yes, every call.
Yes, exactly.
They have a weird speech impediment. We have a little fun with
It's called
it.
food in their mouth.
But this guy,
Fucking fatties.
this guy didn't even get anything going.
No, he didn't.
And now he's hiding. They're hiding behind lawyers. Really? Oh, they're just
stupid.
Days made fun of a woman with Down syndrome, and now they are hearing it from all over the country and hiding behind their lawyers. Paul Orlowski with the story.
Text to Kelly Amber Park, please.
You what now?
Kelly Amber Park.
Admittedly not the easiest to understand, a phone call to a Canton area radio station made by Kelly Baker, a 30-year-old with Down syndrome. Repeatedly, she tries to end the call, but a DJ who calls himself Mo on WDJQ keeps her on the air. At one point, he asks her if she knows who Mo is. She says no. His reply has a mocking tone.
Do you know who Mo is?
No.
You don't know who Mo is?
No.
Okay, so I can laugh at you and you won't know who to call, so you're offended. Very good.
Totally out of context. Again,
Totally.
They don't put in context the fact that no one ever said during the course of that call that she had Down syndrome.
right. They're making sure you know that.
They said,
I don't know if he knew
making
that.
fun of a Down syndrome. He absolutely had no clue she had Down syndrome. And then they start the story by saying a jock was making fun of a girl with Down syndrome.
Right.
And then they play that clip to make it sound like he's goofing on her because she has Down syndrome, when the fact is, he's just goofing on her.
And that he knew. They're implying the news are such scumbags, implying that he had prior knowledge that she had Down
Right.
syndrome and was purposely making fun of her.
I got the
Yes.
whole transcript. There's nothing in here that would
Nothing.
show that.
For all he knew, he was being pranked by somebody. How the fuck does he
Right.
know?
Well, I mean,
It could have been someone drunk. It could have been someone with even hearing problems, speech impediment.
I miss when we used to work for regular radio and people would dial us by
Oh,
accident.
yeah.
Those were so much
We've
fun.
had plenty of
and that's
great
the
calls from
case
that.
here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you realize she's a little confused, but she could be confused because she wasn't expecting to call the radio station.
Exactly, but she people hit the wrong button. She was off by 9, but it happens. People dial the wrong number because she's not.
Is that the one that has the Down syndrome?
Yep.
Yeah.
Really?
Holy
She looks like
Jesus.
Billy Bob's girlfriend in Sling Blade.
She doesn't even.
Oh,
Remember
Melinda.
her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the
She doesn't-
flowers.
She doesn't have the look.
A little bit of the look.
A little?
She gussied it up with a very unconventional hairdo and the glasses because the hair looks very nice.
It's a normal hair.
That is an unconventional hairdo. Because I don't know. I'm just saying. A lot of times you'll see a hairdo that's better suited for Mia Wallace. You know.
Well, let's get back to this dumb news
Right.
report.
Don't know who to call, so you're offended. Very good.
Amber Park, my friend.
Okay, right. And the man that answered the phone, though, was a radio station.
Yes.
And seemed like he kept asking you over and over and over to repeat.
Yes. I'm sick and tired of it. I don't like it.
He felt that this person was different. You know, they didn't speak proper English.
Oh, my
they
God.
had this speech impediment. He wants to have a little fun. Well, that's
Yeah, because that's what people do.
Oh, my
Fuck
God.
you.
They went and interviewed this woman?
Fuck you.
What a bunch of vultures.
Yeah, we all do that.
Yeah, they wanted to get the retarded person on camera. That's exactly it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Wow.
Fuck you. Are you
Wow.
kidding me?
Ugh.
Yeah, we kind of make fun
These
of stuff that
fucks.
is a little different.
Yeah, what they're saying is something was different. Meanwhile, they just want to show you and capitalize for real
Right.
on this retarded person. But if you
Yes.
make fun of it, you're terrible.
Oh, yeah. It's all smoke and mirrors.
I guarantee you they didn't
It's
cover
their version of the freak show.
They didn't cover the MSNBC edit or the fucking George Zimmerman call edit or any of the other fucking news edits with the same mock outrage.
Disdain. Yes. Ugh, these fucks.
These fucking I wish more news people were killed in the line of duty. Like standing there doing a report and a car just hits them.
Would that be great? Right.
The only ones I like are the ones who are like shot in Syria. Those are the only reporters I respect anymore, are the ones that actually go over and cover the war.
Right.
They're the only ones with integrity. Wow.
You know, they didn't speak proper English. They had this speech impediment. He wants to have a little fun. Well, that's not okay.
Luckily, Kelly has a supportive family. Their push back at the radio station began almost immediately. His sister called Mo within minutes.
Should I have it pretty hard? And he said, hey, she called the radio station. She should be aware of who she's calling. It's fair game.
You really think that a good way to handle this would be to have Kelly down here to the radio station studios, give her a tour, and apologize. At least say something, right? No way. All we got was the telephone number scribbled on a note from behind a closed door of the station's lawyer. Everybody looking out for you.
Yes, I'm so proud of them. In my heart.
I'll take her message over Mo's every day of the week.
Shut the fuck up.
up.
You pandering cunt. Shut up.
And I love when they're
What's her message? You don't understand it.
Right.
And I love when they're surprised when the person will not talk to them.
Right.
Why do I have to talk to you?
First of all, where's the upside? You're just going to twist it into me being a bigger fucking asshole than you're already presenting.
We learned the hard way.
Yes.
Oh, I think they could have an open mind about our situation.
Please.
Not once did they ever have an open mind about our situation.
Talk to the lawyers. That's the radio station stinks too, though.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
they obviously told him, shut up. Just fucking put him off to the lawyers.
Right.
But then
But the news acts high and mighty. Like, how dare they not talk to us?
Right. And believe me, if they...
You're the same people that knock on the doors of people that lose their children and shit.
Same
just
people
to get that fucking crying shot. Go fuck yourself.
Same vultures that were trying to get shots inside the Newtown school.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same fucking people.
Right.
And
Why
then
won't
they can't
talk to us?
believe. Oh, my God, I can't believe they won't talk to us. Yeah,
And
really?
I fucking guarantee you, if they would have invited her down to the station and apologized and given her a tour, the news would have been like, and thinking they could fix this by bringing her down and giving her a tour is preposterous. Of course they would have.
Do we have a pie incident happening?
Yeah, exactly. The pies. Yuck.
And that fucking jizzbag reporter editorializing.
Pandering.
I'll take her message over at Mo's any day. What's the message?
Really?
Yeah.
String is fun.
We'll talk to any one of those reporters from that news channel. No fucking problem. Get the word out. Maybe we could educate them a little bit.
They won't call.
Remember the pallet of pies that were sitting in front of us?
Oh, I certainly
at that home?
do.
The home for cancer kids?
God, that was terrible.
By the way, these news people never call when you want to talk to them. These cocksuckers never call.
Right.
Never.
A lot of people say, why don't you talk to... Yeah, we'll talk to the reporter. We'll talk to
Hell
the news
yeah.
anchor.
They won't
I'll
come
talk to any of
on.
these people.
They won't come on. We guarantee you they will not come on this show. They never do.
We won't even get a slip of paper with a number scrawled on it. Of course not. We won't get anywhere.
Who's the news lady that said, can we find out who's the news lady that said they're hiding behind their lawyers?
Yeah.
Can we try to get her on the phone?
Yeah.
Call her.
Let's see.
Call her and we will...
Let's see if we can get her on the phone.
Absolutely.
Let's see
talk
if she
to her.
doesn't hide.
Right. Let's see how quick she gets on the phone and gives her side about a fucking skewed story.
And, they love this shit. It'll keep the story going.
Yeah.
You're talking, you'll talk to a bunch of guys that have been in trouble over the years.
Yep.
So let's do this.
There you
let's
go.
do this right the fuck now.
Get on the phone.
How do we talk to the reporter or the news anchor?
We'll talk to you about your slanted story that took things completely out of context.
And by the way, we don't like anyone in this story.
No, we don't like anyone, period.
Yeah, I don't like the Mo guy. I thought
No.
he failed miserably, whatever the fuck he was trying to do there.
I don't like Sam.
Yeah.
Hey.
The Mo
Or
guy.
E-Rock.
Right. What is
The
her
Mo
name?
guy.
We got more to the news story. You want to hear it?
Can we have her name, the reporter?
We're looking
let's
it up.
find out,
Okay.
man. We got our people all over the fucking place. Give us some info here.
Yeah, we'll see if she's on
Let's go.
Twitter.
Everybody looking out for you.
Yes, I'm so proud of them. In my heart.
I'll take her message over Mo's every day of the week. In Strasbourg, Paul Orlowski, 19 Action News.
Well, Q92 issued a statement this afternoon saying when contacted by the family on January 22nd, the station immediately apologized and reiterates its policy of treating all callers and listeners with the utmost respect and professionalism. You can read the full statement on 19actionnews.com.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, plug your website, you cunt.
Right.
Promote the website, right?
And don't give...
Get a little juice out of this.
Yeah, why wouldn't you just read the statement? Why would you show the retarded girl but not read the fucking statement?
Right.
You read the statement, but now you're pushing everyone to your website.
You cunt.
Exactly.
Over the Down syndrome girl.
God, they're hateable.
those
But you're going to make believe you're above everybody else? Yeah, right.
God, they're just
Aren't they the
fucking
worst?
hateable, man.
Unbelievably hateable.
Aren't they the worst?
Yuck.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and once again, the transcript, there's nothing in this transcript that says that the DJ knew this lady had Down syndrome.
No.
There's not one thing in this thing. It's 3 pages long. I'm looking at it.
He's just rambling on for a couple of minutes with this girl. Yeah, he doesn't know what the fuck. We've been in the exact same situation.
It's a dumb radio thing. Someone calls, their voice is a little different, so you try to figure out how to have a little fun with it. Fuck it. Yeah.
We goof on women that call in and have very deep cigarette voices. We goof on the guys that call in and have high voices. And how would you know that this woman
bullied? That's what it says on the news thing.
Prank victim.
Kelly Baker, prank victim.
Is this the same story, Sam?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they might have more.
Holy
woman
shit.
Who's bullied. That? Probably his sister. I mean,
sister?
the family is one thing, but
well,
no, I don't.
Wow.
Yeah, but the news is certainly making it more than it actually was.
Woman bullied.
God, I fucking hate the press.
Bullied and victim.
Wow.
They're the worst.
Oh, boy. There's Gigi.
Gigi,
the mom.
All right, so it's Q92 is the radio station. His Twitter is Paul. Go back. The Twitter of the guy who says, "I'll take her word over his any day."
This is the guy who said the thing about the lawyer.
Yeah, but
he said
no, but the woman said it too. The woman said hiding behind their lawyers. There was a woman who said that.
This guy just said it just now.
Okay, but
no, isn't he the one who said, "I'll take her word"? He did the main part of the story.
The woman is the one who said, instead of talking to us, they're hiding behind the... Play the woman, the first newscast.
Well, what's his Twitter?
Paul Orlowski.
Orlowsky.
There you go. Go follow him on Twitter. Have fun.
Well, no, I don't even do that. Like, I
follow
him. Yeah, but get the word out. We would love to have an honest discussion with the dope.
Oh, look, the mother's doing shots out of her positive pregnancy test tube. What?
Man, you don't like kids.
What?
You just don't like them.
Nah, kids are a real big pain in my fucking ass.
What is this is her Facebook?
What's her name?
So let's get her on the air.
Is that the woman who started the whole thing? Denise Dufala? 19. That's her?
That's the anchor?
That's the anchor of the story.
That exaggerated a little bit. So she's on Facebook.
Left a few key things out of there. Left some key things out of there. Like the fact that he had no clue and nothing was ever said that she had Down syndrome.
Yeah, that sounds like it. They found that out after the fact.
How about the fact that she inadvertently called the radio station? Was that even stated in the story, or did it sound like he called her or pranked her?
We got some Cleveland people. We're big in the Cleveland area. So
we're fucking huge there, Ope.
We sure are, Jim Norton. Tim in Cleveland, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Channel 19 News, not exactly a credible news source there.
Oh, yeah?
Keep that in mind, too. Actually, that I don't know about that. Just continues to follow.
Name one that is credible at this point. My God.
That's true. Yeah. Once Cronkite left, it was all over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, that channel's got a lady on the news that a couple years back was down in spring break on a wet T-shirt contest. Her stuff's out on the internet. They had another lady. She's not there anymore. I don't know. A couple years ago, there was a guy.
Wait, one of the reporters was down in spring break?
Down in spring break, yeah.
Doing a wet T-shirt contest. That's kind of funny.
I changed my apologies to that news organization. Fine people.
Fine, upstanding people.
Great. It's great.
Yeah, they had another one who's, I don't know where she is. Rumor has it she got knocked up by LeBron when he was here, but when she was here, she was covering. I mean, she was an anchor in the afternoon, I think, and she went out and.
Did she go away? So they had to say, like, anchors away?
All right. Thank you, brother.
Anchors away.
Before we go back
Did that stink?
Oh, it stunk.
We're going to do a Cleveland sandwich with Boston in the middle.
Ooh.
Meaning we'll do this Boston call, then we go back to Cleveland. What do you got, Eric?
Yeah, I just want to say this is a
food addiction.
Sorry.
It's a perfect example of that Colin Quinn quote. People love to celebrate diversity as long as you don't point out anybody's different.
Yeah.
It's that exact thing because...
That's not Colin's quote. I said that.
Oh, Jimmy.
Well, you quoted him, but well done anyway.
Oh, well.
He
That's
just
the
doesn't.
thing. By doing this news story, you basically disempower her by saying, hey, she's not capable. She's 30, but she's not capable of taking a joke. And if you actually, which he didn't point this out, but if you point out that she's a little bit different, you're somehow a monster and she needs to be apologized to and she can't handle it.
But the thing is, she's not different. Like, here's the thing. She's retarded. And I'm saying that like there's nothing wrong with saying that. She's mentally retarded. For some reason, they think that by saying people who are different, they just avoid the word.
Yeah. They avoid the obvious.
Because they make it dirty.
Right.
Like she's mentally retarded. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing to be ashamed of in that.
He actually treated her more normally than anybody else in that scene right there. Fucking treated her like anybody else that would have called in.
The only point I want to make is they're making it sound like the guy absolutely knew she had Down syndrome and and went after her. He had no fucking idea. The news assumed all that shit.
Yeah, terrible, dude.
And you make a good point, though. We can't point out anyone's differences anymore.
But we love embracing diversity, which is
such a
difference,
lie.
which is differences.
Right. And it doesn't...
I call in rules.
Whether you do a radio show, you're on TV, or just in the stupid workplace, you can't point out anything different. We're all supposed to be the exact same fucking person.
No, you can only point out, by the way, ethnically or whatever, unless you're showing a positive stereotype. Like, there's such... People in the Asian community are just typically hard workers. No one would ever object.
Right.
People love a positive stereotype.
Right. Yes.
They don't like a negative.
Right.
Like if you say, people with Down syndrome work harder, no one would object to that. Maybe it's a stereotype, but because it's positive. People with Down syndrome aren't as smart. Oh, that's terrible. You're mean.
Yeah.
It's a fucking... We literally have become a country of fucking little children who need positive reinforcement, and if you say anything negative, we're going to kick and scream until you take it back.
Ugh,
it's an embarrassingly dishonest state of mind we're in.
When did this all happen?
Embarrassingly dishonest. It all started with the baby boomers. That's when it started.
The baby boomers. We're not baby boomers, are we?
Assholes. No, we're way
How old are those fucks?
60.
All right. Jesus. Let's go to Tony back in Cleveland. Tony, it's all about you guys today. What do you got?
Tony, Boboni, Banana Fana, Fofona.
Shut up! My name's not Tony! Son of a...
Hey, yeah, that's that Channel 19 News that's reported that. There's a TV version of your daily news there in New York. When the Chardon High School shooting happened, they were the first ones to leak pictures of the shooter and his name, all that stuff. And then, like 2-3 weeks later, there was just a random shooting in Chardon. Like the police shot some guy that was just a freaking lunatic. They break in, going, another shooting in Chardon? We're first there with the details.
Yeah.
You know, get the whole public thinking, oh my God, there's another school shooting. Come to find out it's just some dude, some psycho on a farm.
These news organizations can't wait for the next one. They can't fucking wait.
Yeah. They love it. They fucking do the reports standing on bodies. They're absolutely repulsive.
But they're going to make believe they're better than a dopey, edgy radio guy. Shut up.
Yeah,
I would absolutely say they're worse.
They're much worse.
At least you know what you're getting from, quote, a shock jock or an edgy fucking radio personality.
Why do people
They're not fucking faking it?
Every reporter on Twitter, this should be addressed. Like, literally, if people pounded them hard enough on Twitter and on Facebook and were relentless, they would eventually have to give in and change it.
Right.
Because they do read their at mentions. Right. They really do.
Let's go to...
They have a guy that works with that needs to follow her co-anchor. You know, he wears the suspenders and he tries to be Larry King of Cleveland. And he was...
How bad is that? You're trying to be the Larry King of Cleveland.
I know. Exactly. I'm going to be the Rodney King of Cleveland.
He had the balls to talk about the news reporters up at Newtown trying to get pictures through the windows and interviewing people, but yet they were the ones, you know, that were there first showing the scenes of Chardon.
Right.
They're all scumbags, dude. They're terrible people.
All right. Thank you, brother. Let's go to Eddie in, guess what? Cleveland. Eddie.
Hey, what's happening?
Welcome aboard, Ed. Thanks for the call.
I like that.
No problem.
It's a new upbeat welcome attitude.
Dude,
What's that?
Thank you. He was. We were doing this charity softball event. I'm not going to say for what organization, but this douchebag is playing like it was a World Series. He's yelling at these kids, going crazy, and we're all looking at him like, "Are you serious right now?" But yeah, it is.
You took a charity softball game a little too seriously?
Oh, you think?
When everyone is just out there trying to have a little fun and raise some money for cancer kids?
A little fun, with these poor kids that certain things happen to, and I'll tell you what, he was a real douchebag, I'm telling you.
All right. That's
Found
what
him
you're
on
saying.
Twitter.
I don't know. All right. Thank you, brother.
All right, guys.
All right. It's kind of weird that the radio guy's name was Mo, by the way. Anyone else notice that?
Yeah.
It's so weird how that shit works out.
Describing a haircut.
Yes.
Let's go to Robert in North Carolina. Robert?
Good morning, boys.
Bobby!
Hey, Jerry was talking about he wished a reporter'd get hit or have an accident. Well, storms went through Charlotte last night when I was getting ready to go to work. I was watching the local news. And, of course, whenever there's tragedy or a tree goes down or the power's out, they have reporters on every corner of an intersection at an out stoplight, with their remote trucks. And apparently one of them stepped out in the street to get a better look and got hit by a car.
Whoops. Yeah, that sucks.
Oh, that was fucking funny.
Well, yeah, I was kidding.
Anytime storm comes through Charlotte, a city which has an inferiority complex to begin.
Most gun. Thank you, sir. I said sir, by the way, I meant you for hanging up.
Who's line one?
Line one doesn't want to mention his name, but he says he works at that station.
Oh, boy.
You work at the station that we're talking about?
Yes, I do, sir.
And?
They were laughing about how this was going to seem and how they were actually laughing at the girl.
I am the fugitive.
Well, you're saying. I got to say.
We don't know if you really work there, by the way.
We have no idea you work there. This is what you're saying. We can't just assume.
Yeah,
that.
well, how the fuck do you
But you're
know
saying
that?
the news station itself was laughing at what? The situation they were reporting on?
Yeah,
jokes?
Yes, they were. They were laughing at the girl, how they really couldn't understand her.
Sir.
Yeah,
I don't believe this man.
I don't either.
Yeah, we can't.
I'm not believing him.
If you want to give your name and prove you work at the radio station,
we'll make love to you.
The TV
right?
station, that's one thing, but
right.
That's nothing but trouble right there.
We don't.
We have
need
no
his
fucking idea.
I know who the fuck you are.
Shenanigans.
I do know enough local news people, and I do know they act very differently when they're not on camera.
Oh yeah. News people are fucking drunks.
They have
first of all.
They have much different morals when they're not on camera. I do know that from my experience.
A large majority of the ones I know can outdrink me. Drink me right under the fucking table.
Jesus, you mean the entire station together?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And then everybody's got to freak out, like that jock that got in trouble because the retarded girl.
What happened to him?
Right?
Oh, they suspended him. So that means they're going to fire him.
They suspended him, and then they had a statement that has all kinds of shit about how they're going to have this sensitivity training and all the it's the usual fucking shit
garbage.
that
these
they
piece
do.
of shit radio companies, they hire these shows to be a little edgy, and then when they go a little too far, and in this case barely too far, I mean barely,
I didn't do anything.
They don't support the guy, they suspend him, and then they fucking throw him under the bus. That guy will be fired, right?
So fired.
It looks like they're setting up for the big firing.
Yes.
They got to make sure, there's not a lawsuit where this guy Mo could turn around and sue the company, and they're figuring all that shit behind the scenes, then they're going to let the guy go.
Yeah.
When and then the news pushed that whole fucking story forward, so they're despicable, as we all know.
What company is that?
What?
The radio company.
I don't know. We can look it up. E-Rock could find that probably for us. He's the radio guy.
Certainly
He's
is.
officially the radio guy. He was cutting up some Scott and Todd song as I was going to the bathroom. So
was he?
Proving that he's the radio guy.
We got a good Scott and Todd parody?
I think so, yes.
No.
Oh.
He's been doing parodies, but there have been original subject matter. It has nothing to do with what's going on in the news.
Wow, there's a lot of shit going on in the news.
He's ignoring all of it for the last week. I wonder if he's doing it because he knows we're following him.
I think
now.
so.
Oh, no.
We're paying attention.
Come on.
Yeah, but the Mo guy, you had a lady, she called the station by accident looking for a friend. Turns out she had a bit of the downs. And this guy, Mo, knew he had something special there, meaning radio-wise, like, I could maybe go with this.
Yeah.
He didn't really know what to do with it. He kind of failed miserably, to be honest with you, but
he was trying.
But we certainly support the guy for fucking trying to be a little edgy. And
yeah, she never said she was mentally.
No, the news said all that.
Handicapped. Yeah.
Officially, the guy.
You?
Yeah,
No.
officially, the guy did not know that she had Down syndrome. Sorry, sorry to the local news that couldn't wait to fucking throw this guy into the bus.
Do we have Mo's apology?
Is he apologizing?
He had an apology.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is it an audio apology?
Where is it?
Mo's apology is just a picture of him going, "Sorry, I look like this."
What's down?
Here it is.
Oh, here's Mo's
Last
apology.
Monday, January 21st, I took a call from a woman that was attempting to reach a friend of hers on the phone.
Pause for a minute.
All right, this apology is bullshit.
He's
Someone wrote it
reading
for
it.
him, which is
Yeah.
fine. We've unfortunately been in that situation, but then
Exactly.
we violently crumble up the apology and throw it away.
Yes, the way he's reading this, it's so fast. It sounds like he's reading.
Right.
He doesn't mean this at all.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't.
He doesn't mean it at all.
But they pretty much put a gun to your head, like you will read this if you want to continue working here. And then, as a radio guy, you don't have many options out there. So what do you do?
What do you do?
Yeah, we fucking caved and had to read an apology. It sucked balls. We hated it.
But we told everybody if we ever apologize on this show, it's going to be fake.
Right?
Did you mean the apology?
No. We'll say that together.
Yes.
We were so mad.
No.
Listen to the tape. You could hear the
Yeah.
fucking violence in our voices.
Oh, yeah. And then we got in trouble for not being sincere about the apology.
Right.
From who?
That
whoever was
fucking
running the
piece
company
of
at the
shit.
time.
Hugh Panero or
Yeah.
Nate?
I don't know. It might have
Both of
been Nate
them.
at that time. I have no idea.
Neat.
We've seen many of those guys come and go. All right, let's hear the apology from Mo.
First, I took a call from a woman that was attempting to reach a friend of hers on the phone. At the time, I thought it was a prank call, and I played along with it. After the call had aired, it was brought to my attention that the woman...
If we're going to be honest, he knew damn well it wasn't a prank call.
He knew he had someone on the line there that he could have fucked with.
Yeah, he knew he had a fish in the water there.
Yeah.
And he was trying to fucking catch it.
Yeah.
He knew. That's not a prank.
Right.
He goes, "Holy fuck, what's wrong with this person?"
He's squirming here.
And how can I fucking have a little fun with this on my radio show? Go ahead.
has Down syndrome. Before the call, I had no idea.
Got the E-Rock part before
and I do
that.
receive prank calls during my show. Via the Facebook page, I issued an apology to the woman and her family. I went home and I had noticed that a family member had posted on my Facebook page. The next day, the family asked for the audio of the event, and the station provided it to them on the same day.
Whoops.
The station also offered an apology on my behalf. At this time, I would like to apologize myself.
Oh, boy.
I would like to apologize to the woman that called, her family, her friends, and everyone else that has been outraged by what transpired last Monday. I am truly sorry.
No, you're not.
At the time of the call, I honestly believed it was a prank.
No.
However, that doesn't excuse what happened
Yes,
or what I did.
Yes, it does.
I take
It was
full
funny.
responsibility.
You don't have to.
I am truly sorry.
No, you're not.
You don't need to
And
be.
I hope I can earn your trust back.
You don't need to.
The family has requested a face-to-face apology with Kelly at their residence.
I'm
and I'm
right.
fully
Why?
committed.
Why?
And he's fully committed. Why? Why
How much
are
groveling?
people fucking... They need... To have people come up and beg for forgiveness
Fuck you.
for nothing.
Face to face with Kelly. How about you fucking tell Kelly to stay off the phone?
Right.
Cocksucker. Enough already.
Oh,
She
my
called the
God.
station. He didn't seek her out.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the family has a responsibility here. If you know she's a little slow, you can't have her just making willy-nilly phone calls.
But meanwhile, if you said, "Hey, I don't want to talk to that," if she called up for a job at that station, and they said she sounds retarded, we're not going to hire her. Oh, you can't say that. You're judging her.
Right.
But meanwhile, if you make fun of her because you don't know she's retarded, you should have known she was retarded.
Now
There's
beg.
no fucking winning.
Now, beg for forgiveness.
You know what? Sorry, you can make fun of anybody.
Yeah, of course
Sorry.
you can.
Sorry, you just can. Might not be right in your eyes. That's fine. But to hold these guys hostage is ridiculous.
Could you rewind a little bit? Just a tad, because I think he's
you know
going
what?
into this.
All this shit, by the way, and I hate to, I will bring ourselves into the fucking story. None of this is good enough for any of these people. They won't
Never.
even be listening to any of this shit.
No.
They want him removed.
They want him fired so they could say, look what we did.
Right.
We helped her by firing him.
We'll see what the face-to-face does. If he gives the family the face-to-face, maybe they won't fire him.
No.
He's so fired.
You think he's so fired?
Yeah.
I've
seen this too many times, dude.
I'm not convinced because they let him apologize on the air.
Dude, you guys are crazy.
I might be wrong.
I've seen this so many times.
I know. I'm trying.
So fired.
I'm trying to have like an open mind that one dumb, stupid fucking radio company would stick up for
It's
one of
never an
these guys
exception.
just one time.
It's never an exception. It's always ends in a firing.
Do you think Sirius will defend us when the time comes?
No. But we know that.
Yep.
Oh, God.
We know that.
Let's hear. This is great.
I am truly sorry, and I hope I can earn your trust back. The family has requested a face-to-face apology with Kelly at their residence, and I am fully committed to making this happen at the family's convenience. There will also be a coordinated collaboration with the Stark County Board of Developmental Disabilities and Tuscarawas County Board of Developmental Disabilities with Q92 for a formal and ongoing awareness campaign to focus on people's abilities. In March, the station will launch a public awareness campaign.
My stomach hurts.
God.
Focus on her abilities. She can't even dial the fucking right number. God almighty, stop it.
I don't know the first thing about Mo, but I would assume he doesn't want to do any of this horse shit.
Poor Mo. Poor Mo.
Mo.
She
What
made a mistake.
the
She dialed the wrong
fuck?
number.
This
Somebody fucked with her. Too bad.
Who started this thing? It was Tracy Morgan, I guess, where these special interest groups have realized that they could hold a guy hostage
No, way
for
before.
fucking up.
Way before.
But the Tracy Morgan one, really, remember that?
Imus.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, Mo, you're goofing on a retard.
But I think... I think Tracy Morgan really... I don't know, put a spotlight on it where these guys go, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We could get the apology, but we could actually hold the guy hostage for a while.
Yes.
Getting our point of view out there because we can't get our point of view out there on just the ways we do it.
Yeah.
All that shit he's got to do because this fucking dummy.
Oh, God.
And I call everyone dummy, so relax.
She's dumb. She dialed the wrong number. She got fucked with. He didn't know enough.
He had no fucking idea that she had Down syndrome. That part of the story I completely believe.
And that's the most important
Unfortunately,
part.
he's trying to say, I thought it was a prank call. That's bullshit, but I understand. He's trying to save his ass.
The most important part of the story is he didn't know she had Down syndrome.
Right, but the news decided to blow that part of it
Just
off.
fucking blow that off, that he,
was fully
purposely
aware and went with it.
Right.
And that's so obvious if you just took the stupid 5 minutes and listened to the actual break on the radio.
Listen to
but
the call.
obviously the local news did not. They chose not to listen to the whole
His
fucking
job is to go with something like that.
Of course.
A call comes in inadvertently. You play around with it until maybe you can make something of it that's entertaining. That's his job. His job isn't to call mentally ill people or retarded people and make fun of them.
Let's focus on their
isn't what he
abilities.
did.
Let's focus on their abilities. Right. Let's make a concerted effort to focus.
Yes.
How is people in this country so comfortable with fake? How are we so comfortable with fake genuineness?
It's all we do in this country
God
now.
almighty, are we fucking frauds?
It's all we do in this country.
And why are we holding radio guys to such a high standard?
Yeah, exactly.
And other entertainment outlets, they don't. It's bizarre.
Really is.
You have to have like ridiculous morals to have a radio show now?
Oh.
What is that about?
It doesn't make any sense at all.
You should be able to defend people.
Oh, this poor motherfucker. He is groveling.
But the company,
keep that job.
I go back to the company. The company, some asshole, but you don't even know their names ever. We don't know the names around here.
Uh-huh.
We've been here in this building for 4 years. I don't know half the fucking names of the people that kind of hide in their cubicles and offices. When you try to get someone to fucking stamp their name on something, they refuse to. But you need one of these guys to step forward. I'm blah, 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 and I'm representing whatever the fuck the radio station is, and I'm representing the fucking company that owns this fucking radio station. And I just want the media to understand that my guy Mo had no idea that this woman had Down syndrome when he took the phone call that very day.
And he's doing his job by trying to make something entertaining.
Right.
When the call came in, that's all he was doing.
Right.
There wasn't any attempt to hurt this woman.
No, the company's basically going with the media story that that he was fully aware and decided to make fun of a woman with Down syndrome.
Because the headline is, shock jock makes fun of woman with Down syndrome.
Right.
That isn't an honest headline.
There could be many reasons why she sounded like that.
Right.
Yes, it could have been a prank. That's on the low end.
But
she could have been under the influence. She could have been up all night, partying.
Right.
She could have taken her regular medication. I don't know.
Let's focus on people's abilities, though. I think that's the important thing.
Disgusting.
No, I think we should make a concerted effort to focus on people's abilities.
Now
that was disgusting.
That was disgustingly worded.
We got a guy, just to keep it fair, saying that the family has requested the DJ doesn't get fired.
Good. Okay, I'm not faulting the family.
Really?
I don't know. Is that true? Let's hear the rest of the apology.
Yes, Mo, you're on. Oh, okay.
Go back slightly if you can, because I want to hear all the stuff the guy has to do.
So maybe
Holy
they won't fire him if he apologizes.
Crazy.
That's all.
All right.
He's so fired.
In collaboration with the Stark County Board of Developmental Disabilities and Tuscarawas County Board of Developmental Disabilities with Q92 for a formal and ongoing awareness campaign to focus on people's abilities. In March, the station will launch a public awareness campaign in conjunction with Developmental Disabilities Month. Finally, the station will work directly with the Stark and Tuscarawas County Boards of Developmental Disabilities to help advance each of their missions on a local level. Beginning today, I will take a suspension and be off the air. The station and I are committed to raising awareness in any way we can in an effort to make this right with the family and any and all that have developmental disabilities or know someone with developmental disabilities.
Or have heard about.
Listeners, I'm truly sorry. I made a mistake, and I ask for your forgiveness.
He will. He'll keep his job. I'm convinced he's keeping his job. Absolutely going to keep his job. He's going to keep his job.
Well, where's the company? Where's the company? That's what scares me. They throw you out there.
Holy shit!
Without a life preserver, whatever.
He's sunk.
Where's the company? Why aren't they talking?
We are a country of fucking frauds. Like we love the fake apology, the fake
right.
Good. We're going to work with conjunction. It's all a lie.
Yes.
And no one, he sounds like he's truly sorry, but that's not good enough for most people. Maybe in this case, maybe he skates.
I think he will. Because I think if the family is saying, no, don't fire him, let him apologize, that's all we want. Maybe.
I think one of the reasons why might skate in this one, I think I have to go against you this time. Yeah? We're usually on the same page in this one. Was the bit itself was so awful, no offense to Mo. He didn't really make anything out of it.
Right.
He was kind of snickering like he kind of knew he had something, but he didn't. There wasn't no real over-the-top outrageous sound bites that the news could really go with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, Opie.
Let's go $100.
Opie, I thought. Here's why. I'll give you 3 fucking words as to why he's gone.
I just want to believe one time.
3 simple words.
Fine.
Zero tolerance policy. Every one of these fucking places has zero tolerance policy. It's the same reason kids get suspended for having a picture of a gun on their computer. Because they go, well, you know what? We don't want to fire him, but we have a zero tolerance policy in place that says that if you make any fun of mentally handicapped people or race or this, that you get fired. You're terminated. That's how we have to do that. That way, it relinquishes any responsibility of the company. They're like, well, that zero tolerance policy is put in place. So all of a sudden, the building fired you. The company logo fired you. It's not that guy. He goes, look, I love you. I love your show. I said, but that's the policy. Bye, fired.
They hide behind the policy. No one ever says it's my decision.
Yes, that's why I'm saying gonzo, this guy.
Am I going to be tricked again?
Again, you're being...
No.
Dude, they are pulling the wool over your eyes again.
No.
Iraq.
He won't be fired.
Comment.
He didn't know he has the one thing that will override the zero tolerance policy. It was a phone call, and he did not know. That's how he can skate. Is that he didn't know, and he didn't say retard or you sound like a dummy or Down syndrome. But he mocked what he was hearing, and he had his plausible deniability.
But the truth never matters.
No, exactly.
I'll go back to our last incident. Homeless Charlie.
Hilarious.
We all knew what he was saying that day was beyond outrageous.
Hilarious, too.
And hilarious.
And what was the headline? Shock jocks laugh about raping Condoleezza Rice.
I still laugh at that.
Of course.
That audio.
And I'll always laugh at that. But stupid us, we just assumed everyone else would understand that this was a crazy homeless guy.
It wasn't presented that way. If you read the headline, you would think me
was
and you
presented
and
that
Jimmy
way.
were sitting there joking, making jokes ourselves about Condoleezza Rice being raped and laughing about it. Not that there's a crazy homeless guy in the studio talking about it, and we're laughing at how ridiculous he is.
Yeah.
That isn't how it was presented.
We were stupid to think that everyone else would be on the same page, going, all right, he's saying outrageous stuff, but look at the source, you know?
Horse.
But if we made a movie and we had Condoleezza Rice being raped in the movie, that would be perfectly acceptable.
That's okay.
Perfectly acceptable.
Or put it in an art museum.
Or an art museum.
Which might be a little tough, because she'd have to agree with a lot of things there.
Yeah.
Correctamundo.
She'd have to spend a lot of time in the art museum for the exhibit, and then she would have to accept a... I'm not even going to say it.
Terrible.
What do you think, E-Rock?
I was looking up the owner. It's a privately owned station.
Interesting.
It's not a corporation.
Okay.
They own, the guy that owns this station owns an AM there as well, and that's it.
That might save him. Might save him. Some of these radio companies got too fucking big.
Or,
there's a huge corporate umbrella that they worry about and worry about protecting. Privately owned, he might have a shot.
That's the only thing in this that leads me to think maybe, but I'm not being fooled here. If they get enough pressure,
you refuse to be fooled.
I refuse to be fooled again.
No one will pressure them. I think no one will pressure them because they're going to start to do it. They're going to carry the banner that they've been told to carry. So the groups will get what they want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Tracy didn't get fired from 30 Rock either.
Yeah, because if you fire the guy, then these groups don't get what they want.
Well, Tracy's no fucking radio guy.
That's true.
With radio guys,
radio's different.
You just get thrown out the fucking door.
Well, plus
with the trash.
Plus, it depends how big you are, because there's a guy on the line going, "Hey, Howard Stern makes fun of a retard all the time." He's in that untouchable category.
Yeah.
We pretty much get to say
we
what
were
we
almost
want here.
in that category.
We get to say. I'm just thinking as we're talking, we really could say almost anything. Like obviously, you have to be careful of like saying something genuinely, like I fucking.
No, we'll still get fucked.
But. I mean, as
We've
far
had a
as our
good run,
humor,
we're having a good run.
Yeah. We could say almost anything here.
Yeah, but they'll, something will happen. I don't even want to say in what way. And then these guys down the hall will fucking throw us under the bus. They will never have a statement trying to protect us, and then we'll have to try to fend for ourselves. We'll have to wake up fucking Bob Eatman. From whatever the fuck he does.
He's neck deep in the mud. We're shin and knee deep in the mud.
Right.
He's neck deep in it.
It's quicksand, yes.
Yeah, he pulls his arm out and wants one with a pen and a contract.
And then back under.
He stinks. Sorry, Bob, but you do.
He won't hear this. You can say that. He'll never hear it. He'll never hear it.
What happens when you make fun of the mayor of Boston? Yeah, we got fired.
That
was...
Fired. Boy, that was a long-ass involved apology stating all this shit about in conjunction with.
Yes.
If you have to say in conjunction with.
Yeah, unless it's what your
Mose?
Get it?
Of course I do.
In all fairness to Bruce Mittman, he did his best to try to save us in Boston.
Yeah.
As a company man, he absolutely tried.
It was beyond him.
Yeah, I mean, he was even kind of jumping out of a bush. My favorite story of that whole thing, there's so many stories. That could be a long chapter in a book. But Bruce Mittman really did love us. He should have paid us more back in the day, but whatever. He did love us. And he decided to get a photo op with the mayor because he knew the whole fucking city was outraged. So Bruce Mittman basically either jumped out of a bush or from behind a bush or from behind a tree. He was hiding. And this is a fact. He was hiding. I don't know in what way, but he was hiding. And then he kind of jumped out. And he had a photographer with him.
Yep.
And he reached out his hand and shook the mayor's hand. That picture is somewhere. The Mayor Menino, has no idea who this guy is, but he's shaking his hand thinking he's just a citizen.
Brucey had some crazy harebrained schemes.
And Bruce thought, all right, if I could get this picture in a paper somewhere, that'll smooth things over.
Yeah.
Them firing you was a really dumb move.
Get rid of
He
Mo.
tried, though. I mean, it was an avalanche of people that
Whose
wanted
decision was
our
it?
heads.
CBS.
I don't know.
CBS?
We weren't CBS back then, were we?
They weren't CBS, were they?
CBS was buying.
Oh,
and
that was
spinning it off.
That was the problem.
So they wanted to get rid of.
We were in the middle of a merger.
Yeah,
that's
Same
right.
as when we almost got in trouble.
Yeah, with our timing when we fuck up is always bad.
CBS had influence over AAF during that small window of opportunity to fire us and get us out of Boston because we were fucking BCN's ratings. Yeah. So they had that small window of opportunity to go like, get them out of there. They're trashing our fucking station.
And someone in the room might have understood that whole thing.
Yeah.
Before the whole broadcast went down.
Well,
you know.
We and then, of course, CBS decided, why don't we bring them to New York?
That was a big chess match.
That really was. Worked out very nicely.
Because they signed us for a shitty fucking number. Then we find out that we have a great opportunity waiting for us in New York, but they weren't going to fuck with contracts.
Yeah.
And then maybe we realized, well, if we get out of this contract somehow, maybe we take some chances.
Hey, let's take an illegal meeting. Let's take an illegal meeting in New York where we're not supposed to because we're under contract with another company.
That's where you really should believe in conspiracy.
That was great.
That's a whole conspiracy thing. Illegal meetings. Then we go back up to Boston, and a mere couple weeks later, we do the big over-the-top prank.
Yeah. It's great.
We do the big over-the-top prank knowing if it can't hurt us either way.
Well, obviously.
It would either be a lot of press up there or would lead to a bigger job for us.
Obviously, we can't make you an offer because you're under contract.
Which might have been said to us.
But if,
things
anything ever happened, we'd be willing to sit and talk to you guys. But since you're under contract, we can't really discuss this.
I never realized I was on the radio with such masterminds. I thought you guys just got fired and then got locked.
No.
Oh, believe me, we were stupid too. But
and that asshole took us to the strip club and said, he was trying to tell me a thing or two. I'm like, no, I know exactly what I'm doing. Sorry. Remember? He was trying to say, I have a tendency of, blowing things up.
Well,
and I'm like, well, not in this situation, sir. Sorry, I know exactly what we were doing here. Were we not on a plane to Washington a mere couple days after our firing?
We certainly were.
That's a great conspiracy thing. Although we're given all the facts.
Yeah, well, it's enough time's gone by.
Yeah, they kind of, well, what are you going to do, man?
No one's going to do anything.
It's a chess match. Dave Douglas thought he had us.
Dave Dickless.
He thought he was, he got us to sign for a very low number. We had no representation back then. We were very mad at the number.
Like now. No representation.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mo's Facebook page is gone, but there's a page protesting Mo.
Yeah.
Is that true? Let me see.
What does that mean?
Get rid of Mo and his radio show.
It's probably the guy from across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has 14 likes.
What is that? What are they saying?
What do you mean Mo's page is gone, though?
It's gone.
The radio station page?
No, his show page.
It's probably because there were so many fucking remarks that he didn't want to have all that up there.
No, he's trying to keep it all calm for now.
He's panicking and hiding right now. He's in a closet in his own house just fucking waiting it out. Please don't fire me. Please don't fire me.
We have to do things in conjunction. Oh, boy, we're working with retards.
Why you? He's smacking their head. Hey, look, we got the same haircut.
Hey, Mo, she looks like you. Oh, boy, coloring books.
Hey, Curly, will you poke your eyes or some shit?
That's a good one, Chip.
Thanks.
Why don't we take a break? Oh, so to start with Flacco. Flacco cursing.
Oh, Flacco. I hate Flacco. He's got great seed, though. Yuckaroo.
Flacco. So we'll see what the PTC could do about this curse.
Yeah, fucking Flacco. They want to have his jackets pulled out of the stores.
Oh, no, I'm embarrassed. Oh, it's terrible.
I know.